right. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started because it is 4 o'clock, and this video will remain up on our page all throughout this week and beyond. So if you want to come back to it, you definitely can. It'll stay up. So definitely come back and rewatch if you would like. But my name is Claire Freeborn, and I am a media specialist with Hands in Autism, and I'm super excited to be the first person to be doing the first activity in our live stream for the Art Expo this week. So let's get started. This week, or today, we are doing, for the first activity, we are doing the self-portrait activity that is actually up on our Art Expo page, which should be linked in the description, but I will go ahead and add that to the comments as well. There we go. All right, so yes, we are doing, if you have already done this activity, that is okay. You can do it again because there is endless possibilities of who you want to be, what you want to do. There's lots of different options of what you can draw on this piece of paper. So yeah, go ahead and first things first, choose your favorite color. So I chose green, and what you can do then is to choose whatever you want to, whatever color you choose. You can choose colored pencils, markers, crayons, all of the above. Any type of utensil that you want within that shade, within different shades of that color. So I chose green, so I have 3 markers and a colored pencil that are all different shades of green that I'm going to use, and it'll be really cool in the end because we're going to put them all together and it's going to look like a giant rainbow. So definitely choose whatever color you want, and you can submit as many as you want. So yeah, it's going to look really cool in the end. So choose your color, get your utensils, and get a piece of paper. If you don't have this downloaded, that's okay. You can just use a blank piece of paper and you can still submit it that way. So what I've done is I've downloaded the piece of paper from our website that has the outline already on it. So if you want to start by drawing an outline of your face, you can do that. Just a circle or an oval works. Doesn't have to be perfect by any means. So my outline is already here. So I'm going to start with my hair, and I'm going to color in some long wavy hair because that's what I have. So here's my hair. I don't know if you can see the wildness of it, but this is what it looks like. Does it look like my hair? All right, so that's my hair that I've colored with a marker. Now I'm going to choose a different color of green, and I'm going to draw my eyes. So, and I'm not an artist by any means, so how I make my eyes is not always the right way. One of them is definitely bigger than the other in this drawing, so that is what I did. But you can make your eyes however you want. And then I will choose a different one. I'm going to choose my colored pencil to draw my nose. And I've never been good at drawing noses, so what I do is I just draw a little squiggly line there that somewhat looks like a nose. And then I'm going to choose another utensil to do the smile, the mouth. So definitely does not have to be anything too detailed. For me, the less detail the better. But maybe you want to add more details like lips and teeth, feel free to do that. So this is my finished self-portrait of myself, but the fun thing that we want to add to these is different accessories or potentials of what you want to be either when you grow up or what you want to, something you want to do in life, somewhere you want to go. Examples could be maybe you want to be a doctor, so you'll draw whatever a doctor looks like, like a stethoscope or something around your neck. Or maybe you want to be an artist, so you'll draw your self-portrait holding a paint palette or something like that. Maybe it's just something. If you want to visit New York City, maybe you'll draw a city in the background of yours. It can really be anything that you want to do. So for mine, I think I really want to be a gardener. I want to have a garden and tend to some plants and make my own food in my garden. So I'm going to draw me holding maybe some garden utensils. So I've drawn my stick figure arms. Pretty simple, just my neck and then my two arms. And I'm going to be holding maybe a little garden shovel that I'll roughly draw here. Okay, yeah, I don't know if you can see that or not, but this is my little garden shovel, supposed to be. And then maybe in this hand I'll draw one of those little garden rakes that you use to rake up the dirt, like so. And then maybe in the background I'll draw some flowers or some plants. So I'll draw the actual garden itself. And I apologize that you can't really see, but yeah, you can do whatever you want to add to this. It's your self-portrait, so you can be anything and you can add whatever you want. So I'll draw maybe some carrots over here. What else could I grow in my garden? Here are my carrots and my flowers. Maybe I'll draw a sun to show that I'm outside tending to my garden in a cloud. And yeah, maybe I'll draw a hat on, a baseball hat, because I don't want to get sunburnt when I'm outside gardening. Color in the hat. You can add as much detail or as little detail as you want. Okay, so that's my hat. You can see how it's all different shades of green, but it all kind of looks uniform in color because it's all green but different shades of green. So this is me in my garden. Maybe it doesn't look like me, maybe it does. Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, and then last things last. Once you finish, make sure you put your name somewhere on it and maybe even write your description of who you are, who you want to be. So on this I will write, I want to be a gardener. And then you can submit that using the link that I put in our comments where it says submit your finished self-portrait at, and that is where you can submit your self-portrait, and then later on you will get to see what all of them put together look like. So yeah, submit as many as you'd like. Thank you for following along and watching this. We're super excited for everyone that's participated in the art expo this week, and we can't wait to see what you guys come up with. So thank you, and have a good rest of your day, guys. Bye.